than the poor. Since that time, it seems that Jesus got hijacked by a lot of people who believe that the Son of God was sent here to create heaven on earth for the well-to-do. I must have missed that part of the Bible where Jesus became a capitalist.
Please tell me, Master, what must I do to have eternal life?
Go forth and maximize profits.
You say the kingdom of heaven is at hand, but when exactly will it come?
When you deregulate the banking industry.
Help me. I've been this way for 20 years.
I'm sorry, I cannot heal your pre-existing condition.
He'll have to pay out of pocket.
Somehow I don't think Jesus came to earth so he could ring the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. And yet, from the very beginning, the rich have claimed him for their own.
When I'm on Wall Street and I realize that that's the very nerve center of American capitalism, and I realize what capitalism has done for working people in America, to me that's a holy place.
Let me add to it. Over the whole duration of the Iraq War and the Terror War, you look at the world stock markets and you look at the world economy, and despite these horrible pockets of unrest and killing and murdering that we've been describing, it's never been better. The global economy has never been better, and the global stock markets have never been better. Jimmy, it is either a God-given miracle, or it has something to do with the victories of the spreading world of capitalism, or both.
They think Wall Street's a holy place. What do you think Jesus would think of capitalism?
I think he would simply refuse to be part of it.
Jesus would refuse to be part of it, but he probably had a special place up there for whoever leaked a secret Citibank memo about their plan to rule the world. Back in 2005 and 6, Citigroup wrote 3 confidential memos to their wealthiest investors about how things were going. They reached the conclusion that the United States was no longer really a democracy, but had become a plutonomy, a society controlled exclusively by and for the benefit of the top 1% of the population, who now had more financial wealth than the bottom 95% combined. The memo gloated about the growing gap between rich and poor and how they were now the new aristocracy, and that there was no end in sight for the gravy train they were on. There was, though, one problem. According to Citigroup, the most potent and short-term threat would be society's demanding a more equitable share of the wealth. In other words, the peasants might revolt. Citigroup lamented that the non-rich might not have much economic power, but they do have equal voting power with the rich. One person, one vote. And that's what really scares them. That we can still vote. In fact, we have 99% of the votes, and they only have 1%. So why do the 99% put up with this? According to Citigroup, it's because the majority of the electorate believe that someday they will have a chance of becoming well-to-do themselves, if they just keep trying hard enough. The wealthy were pleased that so many people had bought into the American dream, while they, the rich, had no intention of ever sharing it with anyone.
I think capitalism is a lot more important than democracy. I'm not even a big believer in democracy. I always say that democracy can be 2 wolves and a sheep deciding on what to have for dinner.
This is Stephen Moore,